I am live. All right. Well, nobody else is the VC that I subscribe to anyway is live right now. So I'm out walking. Just finished two walk and talk videos for my other channel, and I'm out here doing the thing. So just texted one person and know I'm going live. So see if that person shows up. Other than that, just see who's up. Just kind of walking back home. Might grab a drink real quick down the street. Might get a little loud with the traffic. We'll just see how it goes. Um, but yeah, had a good day of recording, good weekend. We just got back from Orlando. I didn't hit any record stores or anything this time. I just took it kind of easy. Let's see if I can come out here without this thing on. There, a little bit of darkness, but that's cool. But yeah, had a good week in Orlando with the family. Did some, hit the parks, Disney parks. Hello, whoever's there. Hit the Hollywood Studios. Didn't even go on any rides in there. Actually, we didn't do Rise of Resistance or the Falcon or anything this time. Didn't do that. We went to Epcot. Oh, did I get on anything? Oh, I guess Animal Kingdom. I did the Avatar, both of the Avatar things. The what's the one? I don't know. The one you get on there has the 3D glasses. That one's really cool. And did the little river thing. Oh, we did the safari too. So, but as far as music's going, I'm finally working my way through my Nuggets box set, finally. And I'm starting to do a little journey through Warren Zevon's work. I finished his first album. I really liked his first album. I think he has like around 12 albums total. Kind of wishing I got a hold of that, the record store day release there from that last album he put out. Hopefully the traffic's not too crazy. The Wind, I think the name of the album was, but Keep Me in Your Heart for a while. I should have picked up that album. There's part of me going, you need to get that album, and I didn't. And I'm trying to be a little more conservative and not just going crazy on record store day, Black Friday, all that stuff. Yeah, so I'm not spending everything. I think there's this one coming up. There's only four albums I think I picked for this coming Black Friday coming up, and I kind of missed an opportunity. I didn't get the email. Chance over Concert Buddy there, he sent me an email to come up and talk about the Black Friday thing, which I would have loved to talk about, but I didn't get it, and it was a little late when I got up there, so whatever. But it's probably a good idea. Let's see what those. Let's take another look at the Black Friday. If anybody's out there, you can say hello, or I can bring you up. Just going to move this over a little bit. But I'm getting some exercise because it's nice and cool out in Florida, so I'm just enjoying it. Let's see. And it's funny, I did YouTube live for the first time the other night, just straight through YouTube. I forgot I could do it. After 500 subs, you can do it, and I totally forgot. So I use StreamYard. I don't think you can bring people up like this format on a panel. I don't think you can do that on YouTube. But I tried it, and I got I don't know, like 5 or 6 different people. It wasn't, it's just like this. Nobody really comes on when I'm up here doing live, but get about 5 or 6 people that I hadn't talked to before. So it was pretty neat, and they wanted to talk about music. I was kind of going, oh boy, who am I going to get up here? Going to be some goofballs or something, but not really nice people. Hopefully they subscribed or keep an eye out for my channel because it was kind of neat to talk to them. And I just went up when I was putting some albums away just to check it out, and it was kind of cool. So I might do that again. Let's see what we have here again. Let's talk about it. If there's another subject you want to talk about. There's 2 people in there, but I don't know if one of them is me. I don't know if that's how that works. Black Friday RSD 2023. You guys are probably going to go into a convenience store with me here in a second. Let's see, RSD Black Friday 2023. So I'll probably bring this up after I go get my drink. So I'll be really handling everything. I need to get an extra thing on my stick here. So let's see. I think it's PD. I forgot if it's PDF or web. I don't know. Let's try PDF first. Yeah, it'll work. Well, yeah, the first one I see here I'm going to get is that 13th Floor Elevators. Bull of the Woods. I think it was their last album or something, but I don't think they only had 3 albums. But I listened to that one, and I'm really interested in that. It got a little bit out of the psych into more like rock. So I'm going to check that out, the 13th Floor Elevators. And it's exclusive, but I don't know these exclusives anymore. Because there was one, I think it was the Macho Man, and I wonder what Concert Buddy thinks about that. Because he was going out of his way to find that Macho Man album that came out on Record Store Day, and now they're releasing it again. So I don't know if he just wanted it on a color variant, or just wanted that copy because he didn't think it's going to be another one. But now they just released it. It's like in the stores again. So I'm gonna keep you guys alive. I'm gonna take off my video for a minute and go in here and get a drink, and I'll be right back with you. So 1 second. I kept you guys in the dark. Oh, I'm up to 5 people. Maybe I should turn the camera and the microphone off every once in a while. Well, I went into the convenience store. I'm out here walking, and I went into the convenience store to grab a thing, so I didn't want to keep the microphone and camera on. But what the heck, man? So I turned my mic and camera off, and everybody pops up. I lost 2, but that's funny. Yeah, I didn't. I know the lady. I know the guy who owns this store over here, right there. And he's doing well. He lives in my neighborhood actually, and he owns a second gas station now. So he's expanding his business, and I've known his mother because I take these walks. I'll take this walk and walk down Tampa Road, and and I've just seen her all the time. So yep. So hopefully I'm still up there now. Now I'm down to one. Hopefully Nick gets back on there. Everybody's probably like, what's going on with the blackness? So hopefully everybody comes back on. Oh, somebody's back up. Sorry, I'm opening my drink as I walk. So yeah, I just like I said, I went to a convenience store there. So it'll be like that black space in there during the video. But so yeah, I was gonna talk about record store day. Whatever you guys want to talk about. Let's see if Nick comes back up. He's always looking around, seeing who's live. Oh, now I'm up to 3 people. Okay, so I'm back, guys. I don't know if you guys are here, but I'm here. I like to freak people out every once in a while. Great. It's always awesome to have weirdos out there. So, well, if anything happens to me, at least it'll be on live, so we'll catch it. So who knows what's going to happen tonight? And it's only what, a Thursday? What is tonight? Monday night. Oh, those kids should be in school. But yeah, I was checking out the Black Friday list again. I kind of was looking at what I'm looking out for. There's like 4 albums. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I'm out here walking, but I'll be in my neighborhood in just a second. It's just like a little road right here that kind of just walk down and then go back into my neighborhood. So most of the time people will be all out their car just being goofballs and just having fun. Nothing crazy. So yeah. So Nick's wondering where I was. I was in a convenience store, Rick, and I didn't want to film in there. So don't invade anybody's privacy, even in a public area. And then, yes, I will be careful. But how's everybody doing? I'm just out walking. I just filmed 2 videos for my other channel. I turned the light off. I might turn it back on when I get into my neighborhood. But it looks like you can see me okay. But yeah, I'm checking out like Black Friday stuff. And the first one I pulled up was the 13th floor elevators. I don't know if you guys have listened to them, but I really like them. And I think they only had 3 albums. I don't think they had much stuff. So this one sounds like, I think it was their 3rd album. And I think it was, from what I heard of it, so I gave it a listen. And I think it was less psych, like psych sound, and more of like a rock thing. Somebody's driving with their dang headlight, high beams on. Probably wondering what I'm doing out here. What's that fool doing? You on Dale Mabry? No, not on Dale Mabry. No, I wouldn't be out on Dale Mabry. No, I'm okay. Trying to sell me something there? Trying to make a deal? What are you trying to do? So I'm actually almost a little blinded by those high beams that just went by. But yeah, let's see what's on the. Sorry if I'm moving around a lot. Let's see. There was. So 13th floor elevators, Bull of the Woods. That's an exclusive. All-time low, Alive at Wembley. Not familiar. Anvil Cat. Not familiar. Chet Baker Trio. Chet's Choice. I'd have to give it a listen. It's funny, I didn't pick any jazz up off this list. Want to make sure. Beach Boys Christmas album. Yeah, I don't really need that. I think it's on like a green vinyl or something. Let's see. I don't know if anybody saw my video today. I had a fun time filming out with my daughter, checking out some Screaming Jay Hawkins. That was a good time. I filmed it so that we could put the video up on both of our channels. Just changed it up a little bit for each channel. But she didn't want it up. She had no problem filming it, but she has no problem with me putting it up on my channel, but she doesn't want it on her channel for some reason. So I told her it was just funny, but I don't know. We'll see if she changes her mind. So I didn't put it up on her channel, but if you haven't checked it out, check it out. We're just having a good time driving to Orlando last week. So I told her she needs to get some more music involved in her channel and maybe get some subs up. But yeah. Anything a parent says the kids aren't going to listen. But let's see, what else is on this list? So Beast Coast. Anybody ever heard of Beast Coast? Escape from New York, Legacy Recordings, 2 LPs. I don't know what Beast Coast is. The Beatnuts. I've heard of the Beatnuts. Intoxicated Demons. I'm not familiar with them. You have a Jeff Beck, but if I'm remembering this correctly, it was like a tributes thing. Yeah, tribute. It's called Tribute. So there you go. And it's a 12-inch EP. I think it's actually, yeah, it's a 12-inch EP. Oh, I pulled it up as a PDF, so I can't go into it. So let me go back, pull this up as a web, and it bring me into some of the links here. Let's see, Tribute, Jeff Beck. Looks like that. That bad boy right there. It has 3 songs on it. Jeff Beck featuring Imelda May, Jeff Beck featuring Olivia Safe, and the Jeff Beck Band. So it's a Midnight Walker elegy for Dunkirk and Going Down. So I don't know. I don't think I'll be picking it up really. But yeah, I'm not. I'm not putting Jeff Beck down. I just didn't really have anything by him. Not a big follower of Jeff Beck, but it's good for people who are. I thought there was something Clapton did. Did he already release that? I thought Clapton did something with Jeff Beck towards the end. They released it posthumously for Jeff Beck. But let's see, Jeff Beck, Andrew Scott Bell. Ooh, look at some lighting right there, just in time for Halloween. Not many people. There's some. I don't know if you call that Halloween decorations. They have a weird baby doll hanging there, so maybe that does count. Red light and a green or orange light over there. Let's see, Andrew Scott Bell, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Original oh, is that Winnie the Pooh horror movie? Yeah, there's the Winnie the Pooh horror movie that came out. Let's see. And I thought Disney had a problem with that, but like they have rights to it, but Disney got the rights to all these things that other people came up with, like all the fairy tales and all that. But so I think they were able to do it. So I guess there's a soundtrack for it. Yeah, it doesn't look very. Where'd it go? I don't know. It's really weird artwork. It is kind of freaky looking. So I don't know if people are going to be getting that. Should I get that? People going to be looking for it? I don't know. Is it a exclusive? I don't know. RSD first, so it'll be out again. That's probably on some kind of blood red vinyl or something. Who knows? Dierks Bentley, Up the Ridge. Isn't that country? Yeah, not interested in that. Nothing country. I'm surprised there's not very many country releases during RSD or Black Friday or anything like that. So that's interesting to see that. The Black Angels, Levitation Sessions. I'm not familiar with them. If anybody's familiar with them, nobody's talking to me. Come on, people, get up here and talk. If anybody wants to come up, I'll bring you up if I know you, and give me some chat in there. Tell me what you think about some of this stuff. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. What the hell happened to Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Yeah, what the hell happened to Blood, Sweat, and Tears? But that'll be a 2 LP set that's coming out right there. And if there's another topic you guys want to talk about, but I figured this would be a good time to kind of go through the list. Blue Coupe, When Legends Collide. And it doesn't look like a very cool album cover. I don't know. If that's cool or not. Features Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Dennis Dunaway from the Alice Cooper Group and Joe and Albert Bouchard, founding members of Blue Oyster Cult. Let's see what kind of songs they do on here. CD. Oh, it's a CD. That's interesting. Trick of Moonlight, About a Mermaid, You Like Vampires, Burn in Hell, Angels Well. I don't know what the hell's going on with that album. Doesn't sound like anything. Blixt, Just for Clarity too. Is that a rap thing? Looks like it's a rap thing to me. The Bottle Rockets 30th anniversary. Kind of looks. Who is that? The Bottle Rockets. Kind of looks like that Tyler, whatever his name, from Foo Fighters. It's the 30th anniversary. Could that be him? Alt Country Movement. Uncle Tupelo, guitar tech, forming a band. Now with full cooperation of Bottle Rockets, Real Gone Music is reissuing the early records. Doesn't mention them, but that kind of looks like them. Oh, Bottle Rockets are good. Yeah. Bottle Rockets 30th anniversary. Great. Another band I get to check out. Bottle Rockets are good. They're good to eat. Is that what you're saying? They're yummy. They're num-num. Let's see. Marion Brown and Leo Smith. Creative improvisation ensemble. Is that jazz? Sounds, jazzy. Marion Brown and Leo Smith. Why should I know Marion Brown? That sounds familiar. Creative improvisation ensemble captures the meeting of two avant-garde giants, Marion Brown and Wadada Leo Smith in 1970. Avant-garde, though, does that kind of get out there in, that experimental jazz kind of stuff? Because that's not for me. Uncle Tupelo was Jeff Tweedy's band before Wilco. Members also formed Son Volt. Uncle Tupelo. Did I mention Uncle Tupelo? Or are you just telling me? I'm Uncle Tupelo, Son Volt. I don't even know if I heard of these bands before. Dave Brubeck Quartet. I feel like I should listen to more Dave Brubeck. Like I like what's Time Out, Take 5, that whole thing. But I really haven't given any more of his music a chance. I don't know why. What is this one? This is live from the Northwest 1959. So that'd be a prime jazz area there to listen to, I think. It's a cool record cover, or album cover too. It's kind of cool. Said one was, oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, wasn't even paying attention to what I was saying. Good thing you're paying attention. Buckcherry, I've heard of them. I don't even know what kind of music they are. Buckcherry. Let's see. CBO, Carter Burwell, Blood Simple original motion picker. Oh, and I watched that Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. You got to check that movie out. It's pretty good. That was suggested to me, and alt kind of funky. Okay. I don't know, soundtrack for Blood Simple. Not really familiar with the movie, But I watched Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. And it was different. It was kind of not. It was interesting, but it had a freaking great cast in it. It had Christopher Walken. He was not a nice guy in that movie. He, I would watch it again just for his parts. But Andy Garcia was kind of like the lead guy. But then you had what was his name? Man, I can't remember his name. Uh, I got to look up who was in this because it was a good movie. Um, let me see. Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. So yeah, I had a big cast. So Andy Garcia, Christopher Walken. Oh yeah, Steve Buscemi. He played like a hitman in there. He was pretty cool. Gabrielle Anwar. Christopher Lloyd was in it. Treat Williams. Bill Nunn. William Forsythe. I was gonna say William Forsythe. Okay. Even like there's some bit parts in there with Don Cheadle was in there. Who was there's the what was his name? Not Hercules. He was the real big dude. It's a bald headed uh, black dude that's in all the movies, and he has kind of like the quirky eye. What was his name? But he was in there. His part was cool too. Um, Buddy Guy. Oh, I didn't even. Oh, that's right. Buddy Guy's in there. There's some. Yeah, it's a good cast. I forgot Buddy Guy was like in this bar at the beginning of the movie. That's why I kind of forgot he was in there. He was like way in the beginning of it. But yeah, Buddy Guy was in there doing just a very quick scene. But yeah, and even Jack Warden was in there. That dude. I like him and stuff, and he was good in this. That Feruza Balk, but she played she was good in that. She did a good job. Um, Don Stark. Now, where's that guy from? Don Stark, right there in the middle. I have seen him in stuff. I cannot, for the life of me, maybe I should look it up because I know I've seen him in something. But oh, he was the dude from that '70s show. It's just weird to see him like not being with this afro that he had in the show. That's where he was from. Just came to me. But yeah, a ton of people. Jenny McCarthy was in there. Blonde. Oh, she was the nurse. I had no idea Jenny McCarthy was the nurse in that. What year was this? Overview. When did it come out? So it was 95. Okay. I had no idea that was Jenny McCarthy in there. The title is a Warren Zevon song. And I believe it. Okay. So it was all the way in the beginning of the movie, but I believe they played that song because I remember hearing like Warren Zevon's voice while, like during the beginning, there's some Andy Garcia was driving in a car, and there was a Warren Zevon song playing, so that was probably it. That was probably it. Very coit's a good movie. I don't know how this one. Uh, James Caan. I don't remember James Caan being in there. I don't know how I would have missed James Caan. That's weird. Uh, Tommy Liston Jr. was the guy. I thought he had a nickname or something. That's the guy I was talking about. He had a scene with Don Cheadle in a bar. Um, I don't know how I missed James Caan in that movie. That's weird. So hopefully I'll come across that song. So Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead is a James or is a Warren Zevon song. So that would be cool if I come up on it going through these albums. Hopefully it's on one of those. I think I'm gonna really get into this Warren Zevon stuff, which is a dangerous path to go down. It's like right now I'm trying to build up my Tom Waits collection, and now here comes Warren Zevon right up behind him. That Thompson Headless Gunner, that one's growing on me. So who directed this? Reviews, overview. Yeah. Who directed that? It's on Mr. Bad Example. They call me a dingaling. Is that what that is? Got it, dingaling? It's on Mr. Bad Example. They call me a dingaling. Is that what that is, or what is D-ling? What's D-ling? I'm going with dingaling. That's code for dingaling. You call me something bad. Director Gary Fletter. I don't know. This dude directed it. American. I don't know what else he's done. He's a director and screenwriter. I don't know what else he's done, but yeah. Oh, got it downloading. I still think you're calling me a dingaling. Yeah, I got it. I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get through a couple albums. But yeah, I'm enjoying this Warren Zevon thing. It's very cool. So we'll just clarify. D-Ling is downloading. I didn't know that was an abbreviation for downloading. So let's see. Did he do these other movies like Kiss the Girls and stuff? I don't know. But yeah, so let's get back to the record store day thing. But yeah, the things to do in Denver when you're dead, definitely worth a check. What is Blood Simple? Anybody know what Blood Simple is? That movie? Because that the soundtrack will be available on Record Store Day. Let's see. Oh, it's a Cohen Brothers movie. How did I miss that? What the heck? How did I miss that? I've had the urge to watch No Country for Old Men lately. I'm gonna have to watch that, and then every once in a while you go back to those movies you love. So it's like it feels like it's time for The Godfather. Feels like it's time for Scarface again. Haven't watched him in a while. Um, it'd be cool to go back to those. So it's probably. I wonder if that's a decent soundtrack because Coen Brothers usually had good music in their movies. Um, CBO Gas Chamber. Yeah, it's a rap. It's tied up in a gas chamber. Not a cool album cover. It's pretty bad. Terry Collier, Speak Your Piece. Speak Your Piece. Seems like I should know Terry Collier. Was that guy that was on the Leonard Cohen tribute? I think that's him. Got a real baritone voice, real low, cool voice. Uh, Matt Cameron, Gory Scorch Cretins. Where did he get these names from? I mean, it's like weird. What that is. It's from the Melvin. See, I know of these bands. I just never checked them out. There's so many bands I haven't checked out. Not familiar with them. Um, Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band. Shiny Beast. So that's going to be RSD. stinks over here from the water. Let's see. Eric Kiss of Carr. He has 2. Rockology, the picture disc edition, and Rockology, the CD picture disc edition. Is anybody interested in Eric Carr? I don't know. I guess if you're a Kiss fan, you got to get it because you have to be a completist. Coheed and Cambria. They rock. I just they have an interesting sound, but I really got into them. Collective Soul live at the print shop. I like some Collective Soul stuff. I think they just kind of sound the same. They have a distinct sound to them, but maybe I need to give more of a try. I've done a compilation. I haven't listened to an album. Czarface, Cypress Hill, The Color Field, De La Soul Death, Bo Diddley. That one's the 4LP first, so that's why I was holding off on that. I try to limit it if it's a first because it's going to be coming back around at some point. But this would be cool to have. I don't have any Bo Diddley, and it'd be neat to have this. It's Chess Masters 1955 to 58. So I think that would be neat to have just to get some Bo Diddley going because I don't have any by him. Ooh, just in time for Halloween, spooky. Remember you used to put the flashlight underneath your face and do this weird stuff? There you go. Got the cool neon glowing house back there. There he is. There's Sam. It's past your bedtime, Sam. Go to bed. You're on the same coast as I am. Time to go to bed. Don't be staying up late. Don't let me be a bad influence. But you can come up if you want to. I know you're not going to because it's late, but the door's open. Look at that spooky house. Ooh. What is this? All of his key chess recordings. All okay. Is that Michael Myers behind you? I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, you might come up. Well, I might put a link because I'm not going to be. I probably won't be up too much longer anyway. I'll put a link if I remember how to do this. Nope, not that one first. Guests, invite guests, copy. I almost have this down. Go into more. Post a comment. Oh, nope, that's layout. More. Post a comment. Boom. 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 Groovy. Where's that? Hey, Rob. Hey, whoever wants to come up, I just put a link. So if you guys want to come up, just out walking around, doing my thing. Maybe both of you could come up. You and Sam can come up, and we can discuss this. No, I don't want to get into it really. The Beatles thing, because everybody's talking about the Beatles thing. Rob, since he was here, he did. Yes, he did. Now it's weird. I see so there's got to be 3-4 of you guys in there. And it's only showing 2 people up on the screen, so I wonder if there's a delay there somehow. But yeah, I saw you guys kind of playfully, nicely talking about the whole Beatles thing, and I could kind of see everybody's point of view on it. I'm gonna go ahead and get it, just because I don't have it. That's the only reason. So might as well get this one. I haven't really seen it out anywhere. And it's just cool that they're redoing them, and I like the blue vinyl and the red vinyl they're doing it on. So that's kind of cool. What is this one? Like Darth sensing Obi-Wan's presence on the Death Star. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, they can't stand each other. Yeah, mortal enemies, those two. I wonder, is Glenn coming up to what's today, Monday? So Wednesday, or are you guys flying over on Rob's channel again? That last week was a good one too. the whole topic. You guys had a good one going. But yeah, a lot of talk about the Beatles thing. I don't know. I don't get into corporate. I'm just glad things are available. If people want to buy it, that let them buy it. Uh, some people, I mean, there's opinion and it makes sense that, corporations put it out because they know people are going to buy it just because they're collectors. Yeah, well, they're going to do it. But people also have the choice, the availability to choose, right? So it's interesting. I don't really have an. There's Sam. Let's see. Boom. There he is
There I am.
with the sideways. You got your phone sideways? Yeah, you do.
Let's do this. All right, let's try that.
You're so busy filming shorts, you forgot to turn your phone the other way again.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what the screen looks real small.
Doesn't matter either way. However, whatever's good for you. Doesn't matter.
It's a good setup. I'm just looking at my phone. I'm getting like a lot of like border. I'm trying to. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Yeah.
No. What did you want to lay out there for me, John?
What, we talking about the Beatles thing?
Yeah.
I saw you and Rob kind of going back and forth. Nice, pleasantly having your conversation about it.
Yeah.
About the whole thing. And I kind of just, I don't know. You got corporations, of course, they're going to be trying to redo this whole thing. And I don't know. I'm kind of glad they're there. I like the way the albums look with the red and the blue. They look really cool, and I'm going to get them because I don't have them. Now, I don't know if I like the fact, because it looks like the blue one, that's the first one, right? That's the early Beatles.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 3 albums now. Is it?
No. The red is the red's the first.
The red is the early. Okay. But it looks like there's 3 of each, and I really don't want them adding songs to it. I'm okay if they. Oh, I think Rob's in there too. Let me see. Yeah.
Make him sweat. Make him sweat.
Make him sit there. I'll mute him. Bring him up and make him mute him.
Yeah.
Hey, when you're out here trying not to get hit by a car, you kind of
don't do that.
Down there.
We don't want to see that on camera.
Somebody's got to go. Everybody's got to go sometime. That's just how it goes.
Well, you got to see Billy Joel first before you do that, John.
Oh yeah, maybe I should go inside. Keep myself safe. Make it to the new year. Got to get to February. But yeah. So I don't know how the layout is. I thought it would be okay because now somebody was saying like the last part of the later album is going to be the 2 songs from Anthology. Now I don't know if I saw this from you, Rob, or I've been watching everybody talk about this. But the 2 songs from the Anthology and then that other song.
They're not included.
So they're not going to be on there.
Nope.
Huh. Okay.
That's kind of what's getting some of the things is that they're not included. Which my thinking is that they're going to include those probably in 2 years on the 30th anniversary of Anthology with whatever they do to that, if they do anything with it.
I can't believe that's 30 years.
You were kind of saying the same thing too, weren't you, Rob? Like there might be a 30th, a year or 2.
So. I hope so.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
There's still stuff in the vault, right? They could. I would have listened. I'm not a big fan of the approach they're taking on this. It's a half-ass cash grab, in my opinion. And I know Sam and I don't agree on it, but I would have much rather have seen an Anthology 4. There's other stuff that could still come out. Carnival of Light. There's a bunch of other stuff that would have been better. Give us something we don't have. That's my whole beef about it.
Yeah.
I wonder if Anthology 4 would that be kind of really spreading it thin? Because I've heard a sample of the song they're using. I forgot the name of the new one that they're going to put out, but it's not. It's pretty rough. I mean, it's just him at the piano, and he's not even in tune half the time. So I don't know how they're going to do that.
There's a couple different. He had a couple different takes of it, so it depends which one they used.
Yeah, because I heard a version of it today, and I'm like, well, no, I can see why George didn't want that thing, on Anthology 3. So.
That's kind of what people are taking that context. They're like, oh, George hated the song. And you can't get into his mind. But, I mean, the demo is out there. It sounds like it's been run through a shredder, So, like, it makes sense that he's like, I don't want to work on this. George was not real
George didn't hate the song.
right.
George hated the fact that it was shitty audio quality, and
The quality was
that
terrible.
they could produce it to the point that it was worthy of a Beatles release. Not that he hated the song.
And he was
Yeah.
kind of already tired of anthology anyway. Like he's like, all right,
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore. He was happy in semi-retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because I guess they're using that Peter Jackson technology to really isolate and get rid of the noise. And
I'm
Which is-
excited for the new song. I can't wait. I think I'm thrilled. I remember vividly the excitement I had when I was watching the anthology on TV the first night it aired, and it had the countdown. I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna hear a new Beatles song, because I wasn't old
Yeah.
enough for the Beatles initially. So I remember that excitement, and so I'm thrilled and I'm excited. I think the way they've gone about releasing it's kind of half-assed, but whatever.
yeah, and I don't know if
I'm trying to be positive about it and go,
yeah,
we're getting a new Beatles song, and I'm thrilled about that. And if people want to buy the red and the blue, knock yourself out.
I was surprised
Yeah.
with how quickly they said it was coming out, because like they put out the video at the end of last week, and we're gonna be getting the song on Thursday, and
I
then
know.
a video on Friday. It was like,
I'm
wow.
actually the most excited to see the 12-minute like mini documentary
The
video.
doc.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know there was going to be a video on that. Where are they going to air that?
On YouTube on Friday.
On
Oh.
Friday.
Of course, it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Have you, Rob? Did you end up ordering any of the singles yet?
I did. I ordered the was it a 12-inch or 10-inch, whatever the big one is?
They had a 12-inch, I think so.
I ordered the 12. They did it on red vinyl. They did it on black, but in Canada only the black vinyl was available, so I ordered that.
I got the
Like everyone else, I absolutely hated the cover artwork for it. But I think,
Yeah, it's weird. I thought that was a sample. I didn't realize that was what they were using.
no, that's the actual art. Was but done. I talked about some famous graphic designer, but they missed an opportunity. They could have taken the new song, put it on a 12-inch, put the original Love Me Do on there as a new stereo mix. Perfect. The last single and the first single. But then on the backside, what they should have done is they should have taken Peter Jackson's technology and demixed and remixed Free as a Bird and Real Love. And those 4 songs would have been an awesome 12-inch single, and then put some nice cover artwork on it.
Yeah, some real
That would have
artwork.
been
I
a
don't get
great
that one.
beat.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't buy a lot of singles or anything, but I would pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a buddy of mine, he put together a fake cover where he did, like the red and the blue, like the lower picture was the young Beatles, and then it's like 1969 Beatles, and then the now and then, kind of in the same style. Like, you can do something like that to combine the 2 albums, because that is, that's the now and then, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've never owned those, and again, like I think I even mentioned it to Rob in those comments. Like I'm not a comp guy anymore either. I mean, obviously, I got started on the Beatles 1. That's what got me into the Beatles, which is a comp, great comp. I can't tell you the last time I listened to Beatles 1. I remember when they put out the remastering of that a few years ago. Like, I was like,
I think it was 2012, 2014, something like that.
Probably 14. That's when they put out those the blue and the red too again.
Yeah.
And that's when they put all the American albums again.
Yeah.
Well, the North American albums, but I was gonna get that. I was gonna get the remake of it, but I never got it. I never ended up getting it because I'm like, what? I'm not gonna listen to this. I've got all their albums. I've got all that material, and I want to hear it as an album. I don't need to hear, She Loves You with You Love.
And that's exactly my beef about red and the blue. Listen, the red and the blue are hugely important. They're the gateway for a lot of people to get into the Beatles.
Yeah.
And fantastic. But you're adding another disc and you're getting one new song. Yes, there's all the extra mixes. But I'm just like, you should have just left it alone. Why go ahead and remix it when you've got the original? And here's the other thing. I'm not an audiophile, so I can give 2 shits. But everyone's usually always talking about, well, the source and who mixed it and who mastered it, who did all. That's not being talked about. No one seems to give a shit. Why do we need this new red and blue when we have the ones that came out in 2014, which were all analog remastered, just like the 2014 mono box? Why do we need another one that are digital stereo mixes? I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm kind of rethinking it too. I'm going, do I want this one or do I want the earlier version of it? Because that was my, I'd heard the Beatles here and there, never really gave them a shot, and then I came across the red and the blue, and that brought me right into the Beatles, and I bought every album after that. So that was, so it's a sentimental thing. It's a nostalgic thing.
With the blue album now, I mean, if you have those Giles Martin remixes, you have 80% of the blue album coming out. You're just missing the Magical Mystery Tour stuff, and then the new song, which if you get the single, you can get the new song on its own. The Grail, as it were, is going to be the red album with all those other songs that we don't have out yet, but
that are in true stereo, which previous mixes were not. So I get that, I guess, but.
So I went ahead. I mean, I got I can't warrant getting them on vinyl. A three LP set for both. I can't warrant that. Not right now. I just bought the Who's Next box set, and that's kind of done me in. On CD, not vinyl, because I can't. I mean, the CD set alone was like $220, but it was 10 CDs. But I don't know. Yeah, I got the two CD for the blue and the red, like the box set where they're combined. You save like $10, and then I bought the single. But I bought the single really because like to have that piece. But will I listen to the red and the blue? Probably not. I'll probably listen to the red more, and if I want to hear now and then, I'll put on the single. I'll put on the 45.
Well, and that's what I was thinking about, because my gut reaction was, Beatles were putting out something new, I'm buying it. And then I looked at it and I went, okay, it's red and it's blue. That's kind of cool. I have the originals on colored vinyl, so that's not a big deal. It's got extra disc, but I already own those songs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, I'm going to buy it anyway. And I put it in my cart and I saw what the total was going to be with shipping and everything. And it was going to be like $210 Canadian.
Wow.
And I went, why am I spending $210 Canadian? Yeah, they're different mixes. I don't care. I can't tell the difference of the time. It's not worth it. So if they do a digital download version, then I'll get that.
Mm-hmm.
And that I'm good. Because when I made my video and I showed, I've got the original, or not the original, the 2009 CD stereo remasters. I've got the 2014 all analog remasters. And then I've got an original Canadian pressing from the 70s. And I don't listen to any of them. And I have them digitally on my iPod. And I don't listen to red and blue, because Sam made the point earlier, and I'm the same way. I don't want to listen to the Beatles hits. I want to listen to Beatles for Sale, or I want to listen to Rubber Soul. I want to listen to... I'm not a Beatles compilation guy, but I own them because I'm kind of a completist. But I can't justify the money on it.
Yeah, and to answer Gary's question down there, it's Now and Then is the song. I get in different moods. I mean, sometimes I just want to hear a variety. I want to kind of hear their history, go through it. But yeah, for the most part, I go, I'm in the mood for this album or that album, and that's the beauty of it, because you have so much. I mean, he only recorded. Somebody made that point the other day of 7 years. That was it. Of recording. I mean, and look what they accomplished. So going to early Beatles, it's like a whole different band almost. And then going to the later Beatles. So it almost suits any mood you're in.
But see, somebody, cool. if you want to go through, like, if you are of that mindset, or you want to go through the history, I would suggest listening to Past Masters, because then you have all the stuff that's on the album. And you still get like all these hits. You're like, none of these, like, well, most of these hits weren't on these albums. Like, that's insane. And then even obviously you get like deeper cuts with the B sides. So, like, that's what you would listen. Like, that's what I would listen to if I want to hear "She Loves You" and "Hey Jude." So
well, Paperback Writer. I mean, it's you always think that was on an album. It wasn't.
Dave Pepper. We can look it up.
Yeah. I mean, it's some great stuff. Wow.
And then you get the alternate solo on "Let It Be," or like the extended "Get Back," like all that stuff.
Yeah, Past Masters is definitely worth having too. I'm surprised they haven't done anything with that.
Yeah, because that came out. I mean, that came out in 2009 with the rest of them.
And And then they did the mono version. They did the Mono Masters in 2014.
Yeah, see, I wasn't
know
really
if I-
collecting at the point, so I didn't get any of that. I don't have those.
Yeah.
I got them both, and they're great.
Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to Glenn the other day, and he kind of made a good point. He's like, I have these, these box sets, because you made me think of it, Sam, because you got the Who thing. And I'm
Mhm.
like, how many of these box sets, do you actually go back to and go through the whole thing besides that first time? And I'm like, looking at the space they take, and I'm like, do I really want all this extra stuff? And it's made me really, my whole point of view from a year ago when I started getting into VC to now has changed big time, because you're listening to everybody and everybody's an expert, and you feel like the dunce that's coming in and learning from everybody. And now I'm like, I don't really need the MoFi. I don't know if I want all these box sets anymore. I don't know if you guys have kind of changed perspective on that, like getting those.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, because I've, in the last literally 3 days, completely changed my whole outlook on buying vinyl. I went to the record store on Friday with my wife and son because it was Taylor Swift day.
Mm.
Mine's on pre-order, but the wife wanted one. So we went to the record store, and I bought 3 records. I bought 1989. I bought, I don't know if you've seen this or not, Liam Gallagher's Live from Nebworth. Have you seen that?
I've got it on CD. I bought it on CD. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
So I got that. And then they had the soundtrack for the Johnny Cash movie Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
So I
that's
bought
cool.
3. I bought 3 records, all brand new from my local record store. $176 for 3 records.
What did they want for the 1989? Did they hiking that price up?
Oh yeah, it was like most new vinyl in Canada, it's $59.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 30. That's,
Really?
that's,
Wow.
30, that's 34 here. That'd be about 34 here, I'd say.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
we're
Liam
average
Gallagher
24
was
to 30.
$59. So 2 records alone is $120.
Yeah, that's insane.
And so forget about box sets. I can't afford a box
you're
set,
just
let alone you're paying $60 for a new album. And I said to my wife, I said, unless it's somebody that I'm a really big fan of and I'm buying it direct from their web store, I said, I'm out on new vinyl. Not doing it. I can't do it. It's too expensive. So forget box sets. I'm not even buying new vinyl anymore. I've got like 4 or 5 items on pre-order right now. Once those come in, no more.
I'd say save your vinyl if you're ever back down in the States for business. I know you're down here a bit.
Yeah.
Just to cram it all in, keep a wish list.
Yeah, I may have to. I was supposed to be down in Charlotte back in September, but then they told me I didn't have to go. So
Yeah, I don't know how you do it up there. So even just in your record stores, I thought like you guys had to deal with a lot of shipping and all that.
we
But
do.
even in the record store to pay that price, holy crap, man! It makes it not fun.
But any record store you go, most albums nowadays, it's generally 2 LP, two discs because they space them out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're paying $60, $59, $55. It's crazy.
Because even jazz here, I mean, jazz on a Blue Note is going to be, starts at 40 here.
Yeah,
I mean, your average albums that go
like on acoustic sounds, like all of that stuff. That's kind of the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm rethinking. Yeah, the whole. Yeah, I'm reevaluating the whole thing because I have some MoFis. Yeah.
Whenever I see a sale on a record store, whether it's acoustic sounds or like another one that I follow is Real Gone Music, if I see any kind of sale, like I'm texting like my group of people, I'm like, check this out, like $10 records on acoustic sounds, like it's crazy, and like people will swarm to it because like $10 records, like for brand new sealed vinyl, they might not be like grails, but it's like like if like for me, like I can get like really good like Nick Lowe records because I'm trying to get all Nick Lowe's on vinyl, and like I can get Nick Lowe records for under $20. I'm doing it.
Nice. Yeah.
I saw somebody in one of the comments a while back was talking about how should never. I think it was in my Amazon video, and they're like, you shouldn't buy from Amazon. Don't support Amazon. Support your locals. And I go, I'd love to support my local, but if I can buy the exact same record from Amazon Canada, not pay for shipping, and it's $15 to $20 less than my local, hate to tell you,
Yeah.
I'm going to buy it from Amazon. I don't
Because
want to support Jeff Bezos, but guess what? I'm not made of money.
Yeah.
right. That's what it comes down to. Like if you're a Prime member on Amazon, you get that free shipping, especially up in Canada.
Yep.
And then I get this Who box set. That Who box set, even like at my local Barnes and Noble, it's going to be $20 more expensive than what I paid for it on Amazon. I'm gonna, even if my local Barnes and Noble, it's kind of similar local economy. Like I'm gonna go on Amazon and take the risk that it might get damaged in shipping, because if I could save $25, I mean that's $20 or $25.
Yep.
So
I just got my second Amazon because I was waiting for the Darkness permission to land, and it arrived in a box with air packs in it, and it was perfectly fine.
To be fair, the record that Alex sent me, I did a VCLT video earlier this evening.
I saw it. I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I have to watch it, yeah.
The Amazon box was just like this massive cardboard box, and I picked it up. I'm like, there's something very small in here because it's very light. And I opened it. There was no like bubble wrap. There was no plastic paper. There was nothing. It was just the record inside this huge box that could have fit a huge box set. It was actually a bigger box than what my Who set came in. It was thankfully, there wasn't really anything wrong. Like there weren't really any dings, but I'm like, who just said, yeah, we'll put it in this thin box with one layer of tape on it. Just, it's ridiculous.
Jeez.
Yeah. I sent a record out recently, and I didn't have any of the mailers for an album. And I'm looking at these mailers, and they're not cheap to buy mailers for albums, like single albums. So I bubble wrapped it, and I was like, I think I did a pretty good job with it.
I always save mine. Whenever I get a record in the mail, I save the mailer that it comes in case I'm sending something somewhere.
Yeah, see, I never order. I think I told you before, don't ever order albums online.
Yeah.
I have pretty good access around here. The only ones I think might be my first ones are those Sheryl Crows that are coming in December or November. So that'll be my first experience, I think. Well, I got the color variant and the black, right?
Yeah, I just bought the colored one. I was hoping when they announced that they were going to announce like the Globe sessions and stuff, but
that I want the Globe sessions, and well, I like Detours a lot too. That one gets overlooked. That was a good album, but that Sheryl Crow self-titled and Globe sessions, Soak Up the Sun, she kind of started losing me a little bit, but there's still good stuff on there. But Detours I thought was a nice comeback.
Yep. And
then after that, Wildflowers I liked. So she probably has 6 good ones, I would say. But then you get into Threads and all that. I'm not too big into Threads, and
Threads is hit and miss.
I had a hard time. Yeah,
it's kind of gimmicky, right? Because it's all duets and stuff.
Yeah, it just felt like
the songs were that great. I mean, I love the one she did with Joe Walsh, but the rest of it's kind of whatever.
Yeah, but that 1,000 Miles to Memphis, I really liked. She has Doyle Bramhall on there, and just a whole different feel, that R&B feel on there.
Do you have that 4 LP Live from the Ryman? Do you have that one that she did?
No, I can't find that one. You guys, and Glenn
John,
were telling me about that, I think. And yeah, if I find it, I'm going to get it, but I have not seen it.
Oh my God, it's so good.
There was another. Yeah. See, I got to keep an eye out.
She had another live one from the year before, and it was like live from the Capitol Theater. It's on Pink Vinyl. That one kind of sucks, but the Ryman one, outstanding.
Yeah. Wasn't Capitol like a year or so ago? Is that one?
Something like that.
I didn't seem. I checked it out and I was like, I'm not going to get that one. But yeah, I'm going to have to check this other one out that you guys are talking about. But I'm surprised. It's funny. Like Neil Young has almost everything on vinyl. You go to Barnes and Noble, and there's 20 Neil Young albums there. And certain bands do that, but some don't.
Well, with the Rolling Stones thing, like it took me forever to find a copy of that, and I know a lot of people had that same issue where they could, because it was being sold everywhere. People were buying it. And the only reason I got my CD copy, and it was a Barnes and Noble exclusive, which I didn't need, But the only reason it was exclusive is that it actually had pictures of the band in the booklet, which, I don't, it's whatever. I mean, I'm going to look at that booklet 2 or 3 times. But the only reason I found that CD is because somebody had canceled their order for that exclusive, and the lady had put it back on the shelf like an hour before I got there. So, but then on the other hand, like you'll see when Taylor Swift puts out her records, because she takes up so much of those record plants, you're going to see 20 copies of all of her different versions of her albums at Barnes & Noble. And the Stones, you're going to see that. And so I'll be interested to see, when this Beatles stuff comes out, how quickly it'll stay on the shelves, or if it will stay on the shelves. Awesome.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. I was going to make a point. Forgot now. Oh, well.
Well, that's what happened with Adele when the shipping plants were so backed up when she put out her last album. They said that she delayed so many orders, and there was like 7 or 8 colors in it too.
Yeah, she really. Yeah, that was a misfire because the album wasn't. I'm not too into the first 2 Adele albums, but I liked 25 a lot. I thought that was just a great album all the way through. And then the next one that comes out is more of a concept album, I think, with maybe one hit off of it, and people weren't buying it. And now you just see it everywhere. Like I go to Barnes and Noble, and they have 20 of them.
And it's in like their warehouse sales because there were so many of them. Like you can get it for $12.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I want it for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to give it a shot, and I listened to it and just didn't do anything for me. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe if somebody handed it to me for free, I'd take it. But yeah, it's just weird what happened. But she's doing okay in Vegas, I think. Yeah, she's doing all right. But I need your Taylor Swift, Rob, to do more touring and stay away from my football. That every time I watch a game, oh look, there's Taylor. I'm like, I don't want to see Taylor Swift during a football game. I don't want to.
I saw it was a funny meme today. It was like it was showing like the next cover for like the Madden video game. It said Madden 24. It was a picture of Taylor Swift on it.
I saw it, yeah.
She was like wearing a jersey.
Yeah, it's and it had something at
we
the
all
bottom.
know. We all know that I'm obviously a big Swiftie, but
Right.
even I get tired of hearing about her in a football game. I don't give a shit. Let the woman live her life. God damn, who cares?
And she's a
She's
billionaire.
right up there in a press box window. They're gonna show her. He's a hot commodity right now, coming off the Super Bowl last year. And
well, I'm willing to bet the Chiefs have sold more T-shirts since she started going to the games than they probably have in 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a good fan base, but Taylor, it doesn't hurt to have Taylor on your side. Yeah, I mean, she's going through her thing. Good for her. Like a lot of people say, it might not be my thing, my type of. It's not even the music. I think it's the lyrics or something. But you got to give it to her. She's going through her Beatles phase. She's rolling through it. Let her do it.
Yep.
It's just tough when every time you turn around, she's there. That becomes annoying to you. And I don't want to take that out on her.
Like I said, I'm a big fan, and even I'm getting annoyed. I don't need to see 10 news stories about her pop up in my Facebook feed every day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too much of anything. I think it would be the same thing if you're a big fan of somebody and that was happening. I think that would be too much for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's crazy.
I mean, we're not old enough to know, but I mean, maybe it was the same way at the height of Beatlemania. You probably turned on the TV every day and saw, where were the Beatles today? I'm not saying she's
they probably just
good, but I mean, in terms of the impact on popular culture, I mean, it's a comparable.
Yeah. It was,
analogy.
Probably in, it's because we, have the technology, so it's so in our face. But they probably got tired. The older generation probably got tired of seeing the Beatles next to their magazines. They're all over Time magazine or wherever. They probably, different style, but they probably sick of seeing them all.
Yeah.
Well, that says a lot too that you're saying that, Rob, because again, all the news feeds that I follow, because like I'm getting Taylor Swift like left and right, because whether it's from like Rolling Stone or you know whatever CNN or ESPN, it's like everything that I'm looking at, she is affiliated with it. So I'm like, I don't care that she's hanging out with Travis Kelce's mom. I don't care. I
No,
don't
me
care
neither.
Yeah.
that she's wearing a bracelet with his jersey number on it. I don't care. Whatever.
And I
She's
don't either. And I'm a Swiftie.
Yeah.
All I want to care about is Taylor's version of 1989, or I want to hear about how the Eras movie has sold another $100 million, or the fact that she's become a billionaire. That shit's
Yeah.
cool. I don't
Yeah.
care who she's hanging out with, what she wore when they went for dinner. I don't give a flying fart.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, both of I got two younger sisters, and they're both. Well, the middle one is definitely a huge. She drove up to Pittsburgh with her best friend to see her earlier this year, and like she will defend her to the grave. I mean, with anything, and I'm just like I'm like
Well-
there are points I'm like, look, I don't care that she's a billionaire. I don't care that she's putting out her albums again. Like I don't care. I really
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I always joke, John, when you do your like what's new at the record store videos, it's like every other week there's a Taylor Swift something.
Yeah, her and there's another band I started noticing. Ghost was there almost every week too. But yeah, every week was a Taylor Swift. Well, because they stock them up and they sell them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they definitely
on
sell
those
them.
albums.
I mean, here's the flip side to that, though. She's done wonders for the vinyl industry. She's got people buying records, young people, teenagers, millennials that wouldn't have previously bought records. They start with a Taylor record and then they start looking at the Beatles or whatever. It's got more people into buying records, so more records are being made. That's the net benefit of it all.
Yeah.
It's annoying as hell that there's 6 different variants now of 1989 and it's only been out for 3 days.
Jeez.
Annoying as hell, but people are buying it, and then that gets them buying other stuff because they discover the vinyl experience, and I think that's great.
Yeah, I'm so glad I got back into it. Just before the whole COVID thing, I was getting into vinyl. It made me appreciate the music more. That's part of it too, where I don't want to keep buying stuff. I want to get back and start getting to know my records again. I'm almost at 1,000 right now, and it's like,
oh, wow.
I need to start. Yeah. Because there's probably an album I'll pull out and not even know a song off of it, and I don't want that. I want to pull that album out and go, and know it.
It's funny you should mention that because I was thinking I'm at 700 and something albums on vinyl.
How do I have more than you? It feels like you have much more than I don't know how that's possible.
I have 710 or something like that.
Okay.
But I was looking at it. I could see my collection in my office just over here, and I look at it and I go, I love my records. I don't have nearly enough time to listen to records these days. Like I listen to them, but not if I get one in a day, I'm lucky.
Yeah.
And there's not enough time, so I need to stop buying unless it's something I really got to have and start enjoying them more.
Yeah, and that's where I am, because you almost feel I don't know. I felt a little pressure on it. Like I got to get through these albums because I have like 6 new ones I bought sitting there, and I got to get through those. But there's like I said, there's a couple albums that I just picked up at a Goodwill or somewhere and grabbed it, and I knew I liked it, but I can't tell you a song off of it. So I want to get to know them, and like understand that album. Why did I pick it up? Why did I keep it?
And that's the other thing. Speaking of getting to know stuff, I haven't had time in the last 6 months to go discover new music. So that's why
none of mine's new, really.
Doing our virtual thing where we're giving each other kind of like the virtual album exchange.
Yeah, I like that idea. I almost want. Sorry, Sam, get in there because you're trying to say something.
Sorry, Sam.
Jump it over you.
I do the same thing as Steve does with cataloging what I'm listening to. I've done it for 2 years now. And my goal this year was to get to 700, to listen to 700 individual albums. And 'cause last year I got to like I got to like 680, like around 680. Like I couldn't quite get to the 700 mark. And like I'm comparing like where I was in 2022 versus now. So, with look at October 30th, like today I hit the 600, like the 600th album that I've listened to this year. And that's not
Wow.
counting albums I listened to multiple times. That's 600 individual albums. Some of those I've listened to 6 or 7 times. But the, like where I am versus last year, I think I hit like the 600 mark. It was like November the 20th. Like I'm like 3 weeks ahead of schedule of like where I was last year. So like I'm gonna
Wow.
hit it because like when I start getting the Christmas albums like next month, that's like 30 albums right there that I know for a fact I'm gonna listen to that I haven't listened to yet this year. So like it with doing that, it helps me like make time for the music. And I mean, I drive. I mean, I'm like Rob. I'm in my car a little bit, not as much as he is, but I'm in the car for 80 minutes a day. So that's enough for like at least 2 albums, maybe 2.5 albums. Like I'm listening to 2.5 albums just in my commute every day on CD.
Mhm.
And then by the time I'm home, I'm not really like craving to listen to music. I want to sit down and watch TV or play guitar, and that sort of thing.
I never factored
Yeah.
that into the equation, but yeah, I'm in my car probably 3 hours a day,
Wow.
and I don't listen to the radio. I have my iPod in there plugged into my stereo, and I have my entire music library on there. I've got 60,000 songs, something like that, and I only listen
There
to
you
full albums. And I never really thought about. I mean, I listen to a lot of albums, but it's not necessarily a start to finish experience because I'm in sales. So when I'm in my car, which is essentially my mobile office, my
Work.
phone rings, and
Right.
so I'll listen to a song. I'll be on the phone for 20 minutes dealing with a customer issue, and then I'll listen to another song. It's just so I don't get it, but I do get to listen to a lot of music in the car, but I've never. It's still not as enjoyable as walking into my office,
Oh
putting your
yeah.
iPod, sitting on the couch, and just listening to the music, and that's what I need to do more of.
Yeah, I have it in where I have a desk, and it's kind of like where I film my YouTube stuff. I have a desk in there. So there are times, and I got to be careful because my wife, her office, I share a wall with her where my speakers are. So if she's in there, I just don't play it. But if she's not there, there's a couple times where I'm like, man, I got through like 3 albums today. It's awesome. But sometimes you're not paying complete attention to it though. It's there and you're enjoying it and you're tapping your foot to it, but you're not really getting all the music in there. But at least you're spending time with it, I think. But I do a lot of streaming. I have the YouTube Music, so I'm constantly like just searching new albums and trying to find new stuff. But I don't find myself really grabbing a lot of modern stuff. The most recent I probably got was that Rhiannon Giddens. Have you heard of her?
Yep.
Yeah, and I really liked her album, so I picked that up. But I know there's so much in the past that I haven't grabbed yet. I feel like
My sister got her about 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, she plays here quite a bit. Because my dad loves her from the Carolina Chocolate Drops, which was the group that she was.
Okay.
And then broke out on her own, and yeah, they're still doing really good stuff. You see her a lot on those like Americana award shows and everything because she's a phenomenon on any instrument she plays. All those guys were from the Carolina Chocolate Drops. All 3 of them were great.
Yeah, I think I saw a video on them, and then I saw this album. I go, isn't that like you recognize somebody? Yeah. So that turned out to be a nice album. I liked it. The drums were acoustic drums. It wasn't programmed drums or anything. It's just a nice sounding album.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're from like the Eden, North Carolina area. I think it's where they're from, which is like not even 2 hours south from me.
Oh, nice. So have you seen them in concert or?
No, well, the Chocolate Drops broke up probably about 7 or 8 years ago. And then, cause she went off on her own it was 3 of them, the Chocolate Drops. One of them, the guitar player, bass player, I guess, he joined her band, and then the other guy's name was Dom Flemons. He went out and did his own thing. He was on like the Ken Burns country music thing, and so was she.
Mm.
He still does old, like he does like the Bones and like the Spoons and like Washboard. Like he's full on, he's the real deal. And then she went off with the other guy on her band, and then they kind of split up, and then she ended up actually kind of having an affair with she did an album with a guy who was like a jazz guitarist, and then she ended up having an affair with him. He had an affair with her because he was married, and then now they're married. So it was a whole thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Scandalous.
Well,
It was.
music brings people together. That's what it is. It's a beast. What this guy's doing over here. People are so fascinated by me walking around. Who's the freak with the selfie stick?
At midnight. Well, yeah.
Every neighborhood
what
code
time-
needs one of me.
I was say, what time do you get
Huh?
up normally?
Me, I'm up at 7:30 every day.
Whew.
Me too.
7:30. Sometimes I'll get a nap in between somewhere for half an hour, and then here I am.
My
Yeah, I get a second boost of energy.
Monday through Wednesdays are my office some days, and I'm up at 10 after 6.
Oh,
I work from 8 to 4.
I'm up at 6 tomorrow morning because we're doing a trade show in Toronto. Show runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but I'm running the show, so I'm doing the setup crew, I'm working the show, entertaining the customers, doing the teardown crew. So I'm at the show venue from dawn till dusk for the next 8 days.
Ugh.
And it's not even the doing it right; it's just knowing that you have to be there. I think that makes it worse.
I
the worst part
love
of it.
trade shows. I really do.
Oh, do you?
And
Okay.
I like this one because it's our local trade show. I mean, I'm in the commercial woodworking industry, and so we have one in Atlanta, and then we have one in Vegas, 2 in Vegas, and then this one in Toronto. And I like this one because it's the local show, and kind of in charge of it, and I designed the booth and whatever. But it's so much more work when it's the shows in the States. I just fly in, do the show for 3 days, and fly out. Whereas this one, doing everything. So tomorrow won't be bad because I've told everybody I'm cutting out at 4:00 because I'm got an hour drive back home, and I'm taking my son trick or treating. I don't give a shit what
There you go.
anybody's doing.
Yeah.
This and that. So.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be like in the 30s here tomorrow night, so it's gonna be chilly.
Well, it's funny. We have our 4-man trade show setup crew flew up from Charlotte last night and this morning, and they got here this morning and they look really cold. I'm like, what's the matter, fellas? They're like, it's 80 degrees at home. I'm like, yeah, that was here on Saturday, and now it's tomorrow's going to be 4 degrees Celsius, which is only 4 degrees above freezing.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's cold.
Yeah. Today
Yeah.
it was like, yesterday it was like 84 here.
Yeah.
It was so hot. I was not a fan.
Yeah, today
I'll
was
take
hot
that any
here,
day.
and I'd actually turned the AC on. Yeah. Well, cool. I'm
So
gonna
where are
wrap
you
it
guys?
up.
We've had snowflakes flying through the sky the other day. So
We're gonna be hitting Colorado next year. My daughter, there's this wheelchairs for kids. They do different events, and we actually are gonna go. She's gonna go skiing. So they actually take them up on a lift and bring these kids down that can't walk or anything, like on these skis. So it's gonna be pretty amazing. So
That's
we're gonna be
cool.
checking out some snow. Yeah. So that's gonna be kind of cool. Be her first time on a plane and everything. So.
I love
yeah, I'm
people
gonna
that
wrap-
have never seen. I love people that don't have to live with snow and they see it. They're like, "Oh, this is wonderful," and
Well,
the rest of us
yeah.
go, "F you."
yeah.
Once you've lived in
Well,
snow
snow-
for more than about a week, you hate it more than anything in the world.
Florida's full of flakes. There we go. That's my friend Gary, who's I grew up with this guy, so he's not too far from me. So yeah, we kind of rib each other a lot. There we
As
go.
you should.
Yeah, but Yeah. So what you guys got coming up for videos? Rob, you've been inspired. Like you felt like you're going through a phase of no inspiration. All of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. It feels like.
Yeah, I did 3 videos last week. Jason and I
Yeah.
did our virtual thing, and then I did the Taylor thing, and then I did the Beatles thing. My Beatles thing took off like wildfire, which is great.
There you go.
And I got a few more ideas. So
You get 900 subs.
yeah, thanks. I
Yeah.
had like 906 or something today. So
Do you think the shorts had anything to do with it, or you just gradual progression as always?
I think it helped a little bit. I mean, I didn't see a huge spike, but sort of a gradual trend. My Beatles video brought in like 15 subs just from that video, which was great. But I need to start doing more shorts. I've got a couple ready to go. I just haven't hit the button on them, and it's just right. This week is
it's a consistent thing. You got to keep them.
Yeah. And unfortunately, this week I'm just so busy that I'll sort of restart them again next week. So,
Yeah.
No, it's been good. I've had lots
Sam?
of ideas, and I got a bunch more ideas. So, it seems to come and it ebbs and flows, right?
Mm.
It does, yeah. It's that was the one thing I was always concerned with when I started. Is how am I going to have ideas? And it's just never been a problem. It's just In fact, I'm still trying to get through my record collection that I started a year and a half ago. I thought that was going to be my main thing, and I'm only halfway through it, so that's a good thing.
Oh.
So, what you, Sam? What you got coming up?
Nothing crazy coming up. I'm kind of in that ebb right now. I've been in the ebb for about a month now, where I'm just kind of like, I know for sure I've got another contest I'm going to do for Roberts on my turntable. He has a contest. I think it's kind of going under the radar. I don't think many people have hopped on it.
I already told him I was going to do it, and I got to do Jeff's contest too. Jeff Witcher.
Yeah, I did Jeff's last week, and like I said, I showed my gift from Alex today, promoting his channel, and there are talks. There's nothing in the works yet, but I'm trying to work something with Rich Strickler, trying to get him back out and about. We're thinking about doing some revisions of some things that we had started and kind of trailed off when we went on to other projects. So nothing in the works yet with that, but maybe getting Rich back out and about. So yeah, we'll see.
But seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's doing okay. I talk to him on the phone about once every other week, and he's doing fine. He's just, YouTube is not a priority right now.
Right. Yeah, it never is, but it's kind of like the mafia. It keeps drawing you back in. Every time I'm like, I'm gonna take a little break from it, whatever. And you're right there on the phone. I'm like, well, I could just turn it on right now and start talking.
One guy I've seen in a while is Ben Rankins. He's been gone for about 3 or 4 weeks. If you follow him.
No, I don't know if I know.
He's in
Australia.
He's in Australia.
Okay.
He's Australian Rob. He just shows Australian music.
Yep.
And he's got a little bit of a longer goatee than Rob has, but
yep.
He's a good guy. Him and Steve do a lot of good back and forth together. But he's been gone I know he had some pretty bad COVID about 2 months ago. That really knocked him out. And then he came back and now he's vanished again. So I hope he's all right.
I'm gonna have a guest here next week.
Oh yeah.
MGK Boston will be back in town. Cool. So Mike's going to be here, and his wife will be here. And Mike and I are definitely filming a video. I don't know if Patty's going to be in it or not, but yeah, the company's, because I live in the same city as Patty's parents, so they're coming to town to visit. And now Mike's like, I got another reason to come to your town because I'm going to come to Northern Revolution's world headquarters, so we're going to shoot a video or 2 when he's here.
Yeah, that's cool. You guys could do maybe a whack-a-mole. He can look at your albums, pull them out, and see if he knows them or something.
We did that last time he was here. I have some VCLT for him because he sent me some VCLT a while ago, and I've got some for him. And I just was waiting for one thing, and I just got it. And I said to him, it'd be silly for me to mail it to you when you're going to be at my house in a week. So he's just going to unbox it while he's here, and we'll shoot that video, and then we'll do something else.
Yeah, that's cool. Didn't he just do a video like he went to the Patriots game? Same guy, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. There's some people that are a little gray to me still. I'm trying to get like I'm
Well,
used
there's
to
so many
Steve at
people,
all the
that's
world's
the
a
other thing,
stage,
right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm starting to write a little list too. I noticed Rachel did that. She writes a little list and she kind of refers to it from time to time. Because how do you? It's hard. You want to have a one-on-one with people and treat them respectfully and say, "Hey, I'm acknowledging you," but it's hard.
Yeah.
There's so many people.
Yep.
That's crazy. Well, that's it. I'm gonna go into the dark and
Yeah, I got
get ready,
bed.
Yeah.
get
I
ready to
gotta head to
scare
bed
some
soon,
kids
so.
for Halloween.
That's
Yeah.
just good.
Do you just do the trick or treating thing? You take your kid trick or treating, or do you hand out candy? Do you do both?
We'll do both. Well, my wife will probably hand out the candy, and I'll get all dressed. I get all dressed up with the kid, and we go door to door. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, I heard Sam's dressing up like Bob Dylan. He's gonna serenade all the kids that come to his door.
Yeah. What era Bob Dylan I'm going to be to scare them even more.
That will
If I
scare
do-
the kids away. That's for sure.
I'll do Rolling Thunder review, Bob, and paint my face white.
Yeah, there you go. That would be a cool one. Who are you? Are you some kind of ghost? No, I'm Bob Dylan. That would
And
be
then,
wild.
that,
That's actually a good one. I never thought about that one before.
clothing collection last year, or his estate did. I don't know if I don't think he had anything to do with it, but it was like the Rolling Thunder collection where like they had like the hat with the feather in it and like the the coat with the fur. Like, yeah, it was pretty cool looking stuff. It was expensive. I didn't buy it, but
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like-
he's got a new thing out now with an album and a special version of his whiskey that I saw, and I didn't even want to see the price on that thing.
Yeah, but
So
I appreciate you letting me up.
yeah, thanks for coming up, guys. I'm surprised you stayed up this long. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm
Cool to get
starting to go.
Okay, now you guys doing Glenn Wednesday, or you, Rob, or what's going to be the deal?
I probably won't this week because I'm doing the trade show. I don't think I'll be home in time, so I probably won't be there.
Okay,
but
but Glenn's
thank-
doing a live stream.
Yeah, he is.
Same
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so no Weird Al discussion at all. No, sorry. Yeah, you stayed
Sorry.
up late for no Weird Al. Sorry, it was almost there, but we ran out of time. So that's how it
It
goes.
is.
So cool, guys. Well, thanks, and Gary too, for hanging out. I appreciate it.
We'll see you guys.
All right, bye, everybody.
All right,
Thanks,
ya.
John.
take care.